Why was it so important for you to come back to Mooney today?
You know what, to be honest with you, it's coming home. I still consider Youngstown home. Still represent Mooney and the Still Valley in all my travels. As a matter of fact, I say frequently that I am Still Valley strong. I remember where I came from. I understand the importance of the strength, the roots, the support, the love that I received when I was here. Even when I didn't want it or I rejected it, it still came to me, and it is literally the foundation of everything I've been able to accomplish in my life, academically, professionally, personally, community-based. Everything for me began here in Youngstown, Ohio, in Cardinal High School.
How do you feel being part of the police force has really impacted your life?
I spent over 30 years in law enforcement. There's literally not another profession that I would have chosen to do. In my opinion, to be able to be a part of the community, serving the community, protecting the community, and just being a part of the process that allows us as a community to exist and to thrive is extremely important to me. A servant heart is extremely important to me, and making sure that as a law enforcement officer and professional for over 30 years, that I was able to partner with my community, even partnering with or dealing with the bad guys, if you will, to just make things better.
What do you think the most rewarding part of your job is?
I would have to say over my entire 30-year career, there were many rewarding experiences, both personally and professionally, but I would have to point to one particular initiative that I developed in Los Angeles, California called Operation Save Our Streets. And that was a cold case homicide initiative that I put together between the FBI and the LAPD. And from 2010 to 2016, we solved over 650 cold cases. And the reason that was so significant for me is because I am the son of a murdered father. And the person who murdered my father was never held accountable. So I literally lived my life without that closure, that truth, that justice. And I promised myself, even before I realized that I promised myself this, that I would constantly and aggressively pursue not just truth, but truth and justice. And being able to meet with those families and let them know that the individual responsible for the murder of their loved one, and it didn't matter if they were a gang member or what they were, someone took their life. And being able to share with those families that their loved one's case is solved and someone is held accountable for it was tremendously satisfying for me. But because I'm the son of a murdered father who did not receive justice, it was also tremendously healing for me.
That's nice. What do you think the most important lesson you were taught at Mooney was?
The important lesson that I received here was that the understanding that I am cared about, I am loved. One of the things I shared with the students today is that Coach Ron Stoops, he was my gym teacher, he was my football coach, and one day he put his arm around me on the way to gym class because I was running late, and he said to me, "I believe in you, and you can do better." It was literally at that moment for me that I believed in myself. Remember, I shared with you that my father was murdered when I was 13 years old. So literally 9 months later, I'm walking through the doors of Cardinal High School. I didn't believe in myself. I had no one there in my life as a mentor or a male father figure, if you will. And when Coach Stoops put his arm around me and said, "Robert, you are capable of doing better, and I believe in you," it literally was the turning point in my life. And that started right here, or that happened right here at Cardinal High School.
Well, that's just a quick little thing, because I know you have to get going, so thanks again for coming.
You're very welcome.